What's up, fuckers and fuckerettes? Today, getting ready to head to work, and I just went again, and I'm sorry about that. Anyway, today I just wanted to talk about my motovlog setup. Pretty simple. I have a G-Max 68S helmet that I've actually had for some time. Now, for doing a chin mount, I don't recommend that helmet, but you can pretty much, the way that I mount my chin mount, my GoPro chin mount onto the helmet is, you know, pretty much universal. Like, you can pretty much do that on just about any helmet. Basically, it involves filling, you have the little curved mount that goes on there, okay? But it doesn't really stick to much on this helmet or a lot of other helmets. So I filled the gap with a bunch of hot glue. Now, you can get hot glue at a craft store, get a hot glue gun. They're not that expensive. I think it was 20 bucks for like this whole kit. Anyway, filled that up, and then once I got it in place and pressed down and holding pretty good, then I hot glued all around the mount too. That shit is permanently attached to the bike, okay, to the helmet. It is permanently attached to the helmet. That shit's never going anywhere, trust me. And once that shit hardens, it's just like plastic, man. It's good shit. And then after that, I have a Neewer mic that is strung through the helmet. You have to get, on my GoPro, it's a Hero 3 Plus Black Edition. That one there is a silver. But you have to get the mic adapter for the 3.5mm mic if you want to use the 3.5mm mic. That, I think, is 20 bucks through GoPro. I recommend you get the one from GoPro simply because I've heard about a bunch of different compatibility issues with other adapters. You know, some mics just aren't working that well with it, so I wouldn't do all that. Just get the GoPro one. It's $20. Good investment. So yeah, that's what you want to do. So the Neewer mic, though, the one that I have, I think it was $7.50 for a pack of 3 of them. And let me tell you something about the Neewer mic, okay? I had a Sony ECM mic. That's what I was using before. And I saw this deal, and I was like, oh, well, I don't want to, and I had this ECM mic. I had it strung through my helmet, right? And it's taped in there, and it was in place and everything. And I'm like, well, I might want to use a mic outside of that. So, like, if I'm in the car or whatever, maybe I want to use a lapel mic or something. So I looked online for something cheap, and I was like, oh, I'm going to try these. And it had good reviews and everything, right? It was like one of the best sellers and shit on Amazon and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, cool, let me grab some of these. And so I got that, and I wasn't expecting that much, honestly. I was like, okay, cool, you know, give it a shot, see what happens. But I'm telling you, I hooked that shit up, tested out my mic, better than the Sony ECM. Better quality, it didn't have near as much wind noise, sounded way better, everything was clearer. I was happy with it. I was like, dude, that's crazy. These mics were $7.50 for a pack of 3. And of course, I will post a link in the description down below. Now, right now I have that mic over there. That is mounted on the Jaws flex clamp from GoPro. Now, again, they make a bunch of different flex clamps. I haven't tested any of them. I actually got a flex clamp when I bought my GoPro used from this dude, and he was selling it with just like a bunch of other stuff, you know, and I was like, word, man, that's crazy. And it included the flex clamp, and it was not even open yet. So I'm like, all right, cool, man, that's so cool. And I loved it immediately, you know. You could put it on damn near anything. And then Ashley wanted one too, and so then I was just like, no, it's better if you just use it at home, and I don't really need it on the bike or anything like that. You just keep it here. But then I was like, you know what, I really kind of do want one on the bike. And she was at Walmart and she saw one for 20 bucks. Now they're normally like 50 bucks or some shit. And I was like, 20 bucks? Like, why the hell is it on sale? Why is it for 20 bucks, whatever? So I'm like, yeah, buy it, you know? And so we got the one. Now, the one we got for 20 bucks, I hooked it up to the bike, and it was so damn shaky. It was insane. Like, it was completely unusable. There was no way to use that, to use it. It was, I don't know why. It was so, maybe it was just so firmly mounted. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if it was the lock, what is it, lock, the black pieces that hook it up, it's lock something. Anyway, they were too tight and too rigid or something. I don't know what it was. It seemed like they were better, you know, the better feeling and everything, but on the bike it was like, man, it really shook a lot. Like, I mean, totally unusable footage. You couldn't do it at all. Now this one shakes obviously a little bit. It's not nowhere near perfect, of course, but you know, the roads are bumpy as shit out here, so that's gonna happen right now. But especially this bumper here. Oh shit. Okay, so anyway, so I think that might be just a hit and miss thing. So I traded her. I gave her the new mount, the new Jaws flex clamp, and I took the old one back, and that's the one I got now. And I'm just saying, it works a lot better. I can mount it to a lot of different things, and it's cool. I also have a suction cup mount you can mount on the bike, several different places, several different things. I mean, suction cup mount is awesome too, you know. Put it on the car all the time and stuff, and I'm just saying, there's a lot of stuff you could do with the suction cup mount as well. I can put it on the saddlebags. I can do whatever with it. It's pretty good. Now that, again, that's a very firm, rigid mount, so that's going to be some vibration too, you know, because I mean, it's just like any vibration from your bike is going to be reflected in anything that's that rigidly mounted. So they say the closer to the center mass of your bike, the less vibration there's going to be. So that's great and all, but I'm not going to mount it on my engine. You can't see shit. I don't know where else you'd put it, you know what I mean? I mean, you could put it right in the middle, but that's just gonna, it rattles there. I mean, it's the fairing. The fairing's gonna rattle shit. Anyway, of course, you could have any other kind of bike that doesn't quite rattle as much, shake as much as a Harley. If you're not riding a Harley, you can pretty much mount whatever the fuck you want, wherever the fuck you want, and be happy with it. But a Harley, it requires a little bit more, more creativity and stuff. What's the temperature out here today? 39 right now. Not so bad. It was actually like, I think it said it was actually 14 when I got up this morning, like a couple hours ago. And it said outside it feels like 8 with the wind chill. I'm like, fuck, man. So that's really warmed up. The sun's way up overhead now and stuff. So anyway, yeah, man, got the Nero mic, got the GoPro 3 Plus Black. Now, I recommend the 3 Plus Black, but I mean, they got the Hero 4 and the Hero 5 out now, which, like I say, if you can afford that, that's what you want to do, then cool, go for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got really good deals on the Black 3, so 3 Black Plus, so that's what I'm using, and I'm really happy with the video quality and audio quality and everything. So I have no reason to really upgrade or change anything. Only thing I would say is if you ride at night a lot, the 4 and 5, I've read the reviews that the low light is better than the 3 Plus, but not a lot. Not enough to justify the upgrade. Not enough to upgrade, be paying $400 or $500 to get the new one. So if you have the 3 Black Plus and you're going to record at night, I recommend, obviously, I would turn on Pro Tune and lower the ISO, keep it at 1600. Don't let it go up to 6400 because that footage is so nasty looking. But if you limit it to 1600, you're going to have to lower the FPS. So lower the FPS down to 30 or 24. And also, I recommend using either 2.7K or 1440. I recommend 2.7K. Simply, it's better quality. It looks better. Again, well, at either one of those, the frame rate's going to be lower no matter what you do. Just make sure you don't have low light turned on if you're going to use 60 FPS. You can use 60 FPS if you have enough light, you know what I'm saying? Like 60 FPS in the dark is fine if you're like driving through the city with like building lights, a lot of city lights. But if you're like me and you ride a lot of times out in the middle of nowhere where you got no lights but your headlights and other people's headlights, then you're gonna need to lower that FPS. You can do 1080p, 30 FPS. That's fine. That's decent quality. It's not horrible. I mean, it's not very sharp. Lights don't show up very good and things like that. But if you're just trying to record what's going on, you're gonna care about quality. 1080p is okay. Like I say, 2.7K is not. It is better. It's way better. I should say that. It's probably double better. Still, double better is not. You're not gonna get movie quality. You're not gonna get studio quality video in the dark. It just doesn't work with the GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black. Like I said, neither does it work as well with the 4 or 5. So I've read. I don't have either one of them. I've just read the reviews. I've seen the reviews. I've seen videos online. You can look it up for yourself, though. If you think, hey, that's what I want to do, then cool, go for it. So that's about it for my setup. I mean, shit. I got a couple different mounts on my helmet. If you can find a helmet that doesn't have a lot of shit going on in the front, that's probably your better bet. Just to go with something that's easier to mount. You might still have to fill it in. A lot of people, if you look at videos, they'll fill it in. They fill in the space between the helmet and the curve mount. They'll fill that in with other VHB tape, the same kind of tape that they use to you mount the mounts with. So you could do that too, or you can make a mold of it. You know, you can do whatever you want to do. You could use JB Weld. I've used hot glue for a lot of projects, and I had a lot of success with that. So I decided, hey, I'm using hot glue for this shit, and it worked really well. So I'm happy with it. So do what you want to do. That's my suggestions. That's what I do. Again, the newer mic, man. I'm telling you, bro. Newer mic's the way to go. I mean, if you want to pay $100 for some fucking super mic, I don't know, but this thing, $7, $7.50 for a pack of 3. You can't beat that shit. And it's a better mic than, whatever it was, $30 Sony mic, whatever, something it was. I don't think it was 30. I think it was probably like 20 or something. I don't remember. So I'm pulling over here to shut the camera off. They don't like that shit on base. They just don't. They're just like, hey, what are you doing with that? I'm like, what? They're like, you can't be having that shit on base. I was like, oh, alright then. Anyway, see, out in the middle of goddamn nowhere, son. I'm telling you, that's just the way it is. Later.